Have you ever wondered how batteries, those small power-packed devices we rely on daily, are made? Every day, we use batteries to power everything from our smartphones to our cars. They come in many forms like alkaline, used in toys and flashlights, or lithium-ion, which keep our laptops and electric vehicles running. Batteries, though small, play a huge role in our technologically driven lives. Well, today, we're going to unravel the fascinating process of how batteries are manufactured. To understand how batteries are made, first, we need to know the essential components of a battery. A battery has three main components: the anode, the cathode, and the electrolyte. The anode, often referred to as the negative side, is where the electrical current flows into the battery. It's a reservoir of sorts, holding onto electrons and waiting to release them into the circuit. The cathode, on the other hand, is the positive side. It's the destination of the electrons, welcoming them in from the circuit and storing them until they're needed again. Now, the electrolyte sits in the middle, facilitating the movement of ions between the anode and cathode. This movement is what creates the electrical current. Essentially, a battery is a little dance of electrons, moving back and forth between the anode and the cathode, with the electrolyte acting as the dance floor. Now that we know the key players in a battery, let's dive into how these components come together in the manufacturing process. The manufacturing process of a battery begins with the production of the cathode and anode. These two components are the heart and soul of any battery, dictating its power, lifespan, and overall performance. The anode and cathode, though similar in name, are composed of different materials based on the specific type of battery being produced. For instance, in a lithium-ion battery, the anode is typically made from graphite, while the cathode is made from a compound containing lithium. The process of creating the anode and cathode is quite fascinating. It begins with the chosen material being ground into a fine powder. This powder is then mixed with a special binder to form a paste. This paste is essential as it helps the material adhere to the metal foils that serve as the current collectors. Next, this paste is spread evenly onto thin sheets of metal foil. The type of metal used for the foil also varies depending on the battery type. Copper is often used for the anode, while aluminium is a common choice for the cathode. Once the paste is spread, the foils are sent through a drying process. This step ensures that the paste adheres firmly to the foil, creating a strong and durable electrode. With the anode and cathode ready, we move on to the next crucial step, inserting the electrolyte. The electrolyte, which allows the flow of electric charge between the cathode and anode, is the next component to be inserted. This fluid enables the transfer of ions, acting as a bridge for the electric current. It's a bit like the lifeblood of our battery, so its introduction is a critical step in the making process. The electrolyte is carefully poured into the battery casing, using precision technology to ensure the perfect amount is added. Too much or too little could drastically affect the battery's performance, so it's a process that leaves no room for error. Once the electrolyte is in place, the next step is sealing the battery. This is another crucial phase in the manufacturing process. The seal must be absolutely secure to prevent any leakage of the electrolyte. If leakage occurs, it could lead to the battery's failure, not to mention potential safety hazards. So, the sealing process is performed with meticulous care and precision. It typically involves a combination of adhesives, gaskets, and mechanical fasteners, all working together to create a leak-proof barrier. Now, with the battery assembled and sealed, it's time for a rigorous quality check. This involves testing the battery's performance under a range of conditions and making sure it meets all the required safety standards. It's a thorough process that ensures each battery is reliable and ready to power your devices. After a rigorous quality check, the batteries are then packed and ready to power your devices. So, that's the journey of a battery, from a collection of materials to a powerful device. We've uncovered the essential components that make up a battery: the anode, cathode, and electrolyte. We've seen how these materials are carefully combined in a meticulous manufacturing process that involves two parts: formation and assembly. It's a complex dance of science and engineering that brings to life the batteries powering our devices. The next time you use a battery-powered device, remember the intricate process that went into making that small yet powerful battery.